Okay, what about now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay. All right. So maybe it'll work right now. All right. So how's everyone doing? Hey Mar, how are you? Hey Werewolf Queen. Brown Bear, how are you tonight? Hey Sleepless in South Africa, how are you? Sway, you still got me rolling for real. Sway, how are you tonight? Hey Donna, how are you? Mar, I'm doing good. How's your son doing? Is he doing any better? Hey, our bucket list, how are you? Hey Yorkie Mama. Hey Dwayne, how are you? Uh, it ain't nobody important, Dwayne. Seriously. Hey Emerald Queen, how are you? Hey SoCal Gal. No, literally, I've only been live like 2 minutes, so you're not late at all. Our bucket list, I'm doing all right. Hey Annabella. Annabella, we missed you last night. Hey Price of Four, how are you? Casanova Toads. Hey Jason, how are you? Yeah, I went early tonight because, hey Jennifer, I've got to get up early in the morning, so I'm not going to be on here maybe 2 hours tonight, 2.5, something like that. So I figured I'd just go live early. Hey Teresa, how are you? I had a whole death over the Josh tapes. What's the Josh tapes, Annabella? Yeah, Jason, I'm doing good. Yeah, I won't have to go to bed. No, like I said, I'm probably gonna stay on about maybe 2.5 hours tonight because I gotta go to sleep so I can get up early in the morning. The grab. Hey, Crime Crazy. Hey, oops, it's me. How are you? Let's see. What is the grab, Annabella? What is that? Hey, Sharon, how are you? Maybe I'll get to sleep early. Yeah, Donna, that's the only reason why I went early tonight. Hey, Mandy, how are you? Hey, Billy, how you doing? Losing sleep over Sweet Kylie. Yeah, Donna, I've been going after lives, staying up till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, looking into stuff, and then sleeping and getting right back up doing it the same thing again the next day. And like I said, I've got to get up early and go to town tomorrow, so I've got to get some sleep. Sleepless in South Africa, it is very frustrating. Trace, I'm doing good. Basically, a brand new channel that came out and it's drama, absolutely nothing important. Oh, okay. I've never heard of them. Gravies and biscuits. I don't know. This is, I mean, my channel I just started. This is the first case that I've ever covered. Can you tell me who Kate is? So Annabella, Kate is a girl that Kylie has known since they were little. And she's also the girl that when Jagger did the interview a few days after Kylie went missing, she's the one that was with Jagger. doing the interview with him. Let's see, I cover all of them. There is another channel. I can't remember the name of them, but I see where they drop a lot of uh, missing kids flyers and posters and stuff like that in my or on their community page. Um, I'm sure they cover those as well. Has it been confirmed he was in Reno or not? Well, apparently, Annabella, he has, from what the Sun is saying, that could be at Mar. It could be Arctic Wolf that does it. But what the Sun is saying is that the detective told the Sun, the newspaper, that Jagger came in, talked to him, was interviewed, provided all the information they needed, and he was cleared. So I'm going to pull up the article here in just a second. The Cal City boys got a lot of attention, but should. Said, "To nothing against beautiful Kylie's mom. I know she's grieving, but she could have at least thanked AWP. That is true, Sleepless in South Africa. Thank you, Crumb Crazy. Let me go to this real quick. Alright, thank you, Mar. Hey, Triple Moon Goddess, how are you? Alright, so let me get this pulled up. I'm not going to read the whole article just because it's kind of long. I'm just going to kind of go through the important parts of it. Let me get back into. Triple Moon Goddess, I'm doing good. My mom's actions are weird. Gotta give her a pass. So I don't know what I would do. Heaven forbid. I mean, yeah, I've said stuff about her too, and I got to thinking maybe that's just how she grieves. I don't know. I mean, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, so I just blame an 18-year-old boy gets an 8 to 9 a.m. call on Saturday morning that his ex didn't come home. Would instantly great drive 4 hours to see her mom. Yeah, well, I called after I read the article today. I called Nevada County Sheriff's Department to see if they would verify um, what the son has said, and the guy that I need to talk to wasn't there. So the lady who answered, I'm assuming just a secretary that works at the front desk or whatever, said that just to call back tomorrow. So I'm gonna call them back tomorrow and see if they will verify that they told the son this. So hopefully by tomorrow night, whenever I go live, I will have an answer of that. Okay, we still know the ruins. The best. So, boring life in RODNI. Okay. Well, I just got word that the 7.6 magnitude earthquake in Mexico the other day may have been. I'm not even spend her taco money. I am so sad, but they deserve a spotlight just as much as missing white children. It's not right. I'm a woman of color, and I don't want to think about something happening to my kids. Well, gravies and biscuits, I understand that. And yes, you are correct. Any child, no matter who they are, where they're from, no matter what, they should be in the spotlight as well if they're missing. All right, so let me pull this up real quick. Like I said, I'm not going to go through the entire article. Hey, Creative Thoughts, how are you? Um, well, that's great input. Justice. I mean, I just don't understand why she didn't thank him. That was my thing. All right. So, hold up here. Okay. All right. So it says Kylie Rodney's on and off boyfriend has provided an alibi to cops, but is still receiving vicious death threats amid wild and unsubstantiated murder conspiracies online. The U.S. Sun is can exclusively reveal. So, like I said, I'm just going to scroll down here. There's only a few parts in it. All right, so Nevada County sheriffs told the U.S. Sun on Tuesday early in the investigations, our detectives made contact with Jagger Westfall. After a detailed interview, he was ruled out as a person of interest. So, like I said, I am going to call them back tomorrow. I'm going to ask them if they can confirm either way if they told the Sun this. If your son got an 8 a.m. call from an ex-girlfriend mom saying she wouldn't come home last night for a job, would he instantly drive there? Uh, no, Dwayne. Hey, Angel, how are you? Said a Memphis on the case. Okay. All right. So it says the accusations began after the volunteer dive group Adventures with Purpose, who found Kylie's car using sonar technology, spoke to an unnamed witness. The man claimed in a YouTube video to have helped Kylie with her vehicle and described her as being a teen who fitted Jagger's description after he appeared on the local news. He alleged he couldn't remember what day he helped the couple, but claimed it may have been the morning after she was last seen alive at the party near Truckee Family Campground. The witness did not disclose what company he provided roadside assistance for, and his claims have never been verified, with no CCTV or other witnesses coming forward. The U.S. Sun can now confirm Jagger, 18, has voluntarily spoken with law enforcement and provided proof of his movements during the time Kylie disappeared. A source exclusively said Jagger was in Napa Valley until 8 a.m. on Saturday. He didn't get back to Truckee until noon and then joined the search to look for Kylie. He was misquoted in an article saying that he was at the party with Kylie. He was never there. He now doesn't want to talk publicly. He has proof of him not being in the area and has spoken with police and the FBI and given them the information. Jagger has time and location stamps the night of the party and into the next day. The police are not interested in him. He is not part of their investigation. And the insider added that Jagger doesn't understand the hate and has to limit comments on social media as he continues to face unrelenting abuse from trolls linking him to Kylie's death. All right, let me catch up over here real quick. So, I sent you an email not only showing you an app that I use to help me sleep at night. Okay, Werewolf Queen, thank you. People are not trusting the authorities. Yeah, Lisa, that is true, but I'm still gonna call them tomorrow, um, and just see if they'll verify it. Hey, Gold, how are you? See, I may or may not have talked to him through IG and threatened him. I now think he has no position other than distant boyfriend, still madly in love with someone who didn't feel the same. Um, Hopefully, they'll be able to tell me something tomorrow. Hey, Gregory, how are you? Isn't Jagger too old to be dating her? He is 18, and she turned 16 or 17 on September the 1st, so she was 16 whenever they were dating. Okay, so that means Roadside Nick saw someone else. I don't know. They're saying that whoever the two people were that he helped that day, they have been identified. Like I said, hopefully when I call back to Nevada County tomorrow, they will tell me either yes, they told the son that, or no, they did not. Isn't the Sun paper kind of like the Inquirer, one of those? I believe so. Oops, it's me. That Jane Doe 2 was about as believable as Jody Sue. Well, Sway, everything that Jane Doe number 2 said was the exact same thing. Maybe a few words changed here and there um, to what Elsa said in the timeline. Now, I'm not saying it was Elsa that they were talking to. I don't know who it was, but whoever it was said the same exact thing as she said. Hey, Kentucky Redneck, how are you? Okay, the cause of death hadn't been announced, has it, in line? Sharon, as far as I know, it has not. They are supposed to be. Wait, I been blocked for asking my questions to help? No, Gravy and Biscuits, I can still see you. Okay, there are 3 other lives going on about Kylie right now. Strange. Our boy, there's usually late in the afternoon into the early night. There's usually a lot of lives that are going on about it. I think Rosa Nick description can't be Jagger. He definitely does not have short hair. Nick, do you feel? No, I mean, there's a lot of guys in California that look like him. Not identical, but like the same type of hair and stuff like that. Same type of hat. Well, I can't just remember if it was Kylie or Kylie's vehicle. I would think Sleepless in South Africa, if it wasn't her vehicle, then they should have been able to uh like confirm that. Hold on 1 second, Gravy. Let me go back and look. Okay, Gravy and Biscuits, I don't see where you have been timed out. And if you were timed out, you would have been timed out for 5 minutes. And I can see all of your comments as well. Well, did you see the comment I sent you to check out Xana May's video? Gold, wait, when did you send it? Because if it was during the time that I was reading, I missed it. Jane Doe was a plant to divert attention. Well, like I said, Jane Doe, everything that she said last night um, was everything. And I even pulled up the timeline as she was talking, and it was everything that Elsa said in the timeline. Gravy, I'm not, and it could be an accident. Yeah, she wasn't timed out though because I would have been able to see it, and I just went back to the chat and I didn't see where it was, where she was timed out, and I can see all of her comments as well. Make sure it means other channels. Okay, so wait, Gravy and Biscuits. Were you are you saying that you were timed out in this chat or in another one? The only I could say is be a parent to your kid, not a friend. Jagger shouldn't have continued this social media. Yeah, I think he should have. Um, he shouldn't have all the posts and stuff because some of the stuff he was posting was kind of weird. I said I could not comment because I was timed out in this chat, Gravy and Biscuits, because I never saw like me and all the mods can see if you were timed out and who timed you out, and I don't see anywhere where you were timed out. Hey English, how are you? Okay. Yeah, I mean I could see all of her comments on the chat that I have pulled up on the screen. How do you know about comment? Hey Fleetwood Love, how are you? I'm watching a bunch of stuff, but had to swing in and recommend people watch the full version of Lord of the Flies on YouTube for free. Then tell me how strange it is Sammy made that reference. Okay, well, I've never watched that movie, but I'll have to go watch it. When there are trolls or plants going into different podcasts and screwing up the streams while it's getting hacked unsubbed. Okay, thank you for that, Kentucky Redneck. Alright, did Gravy try to chat prior to joining the channel? Hey Karma, she could have our boy. I do have it set where you got to be a subscriber for 5 minutes before you can chat. Hey Shane, how are you? Came across another channel that says KIELY was found naked. Don't know how he knows this. Oh wow. Like nobody knows how she was found. I mean, except for the people who found her and the police and the coroner. Okay. Alright, I think that was everything. Hold on 1 second. Any mods have Discord? I don't think any of my mods have Discord. It's really hard to believe that Jagger didn't attend the big graduation party and everyone else was there. Yeah, supposedly he wasn't there, and supposedly Kate wasn't there either. So just a few minutes ago, it breaks my heart, especially when asking questions that I believe. Well, Gravy and Biscuits, I don't know how it could have told you that you were timed out, because like I said, me and all of my mods can see anybody who's timed out and who timed them out. And it does not show that you were timed out in here, but I wouldn't time you out anyway for asking questions like that. Okay, thank you for coming. Yes, Way, I've heard a lot of bad things about Discord. Okay, one show, two socks, the driver said, says I cannot comment on that. Okay. Let's see. Hey, we're gonna clean up on 5011. Yeah, that's what I mean. She didn't even, the questions that she was asking wasn't even nothing to be timed out for. So, I mean, she was just stating her opinion, and her opinions are welcome here. Or he, I don't know if it's a male or female, but either way, their opinions are welcome here. So, Shane, they said that they got timed out in here. Sammy has split to go to college. Perhaps more people will now share info. Yeah, I knew that she was supposed to be leaving here soon. Yeah, see Kelly here, missing chat. That is true, Crime Crazy. Like I said, what they were asking about was nothing to be timed out about. Okay, that was 40 years ago, though. All I remember is a plane crash, piggy, coach, death, adults, referring to evil kids' behavior. Alright. Okay, let me go through this and see if there was any other important parts. Give me just 1 second, y'all. Okay, basically it's just stuff that Jagger's posted on social media. The subs, see all your comments, Gravy and Biscuit. I'm a mod for another channel, and you wouldn't be able to write a comment for at least 5 minutes. Why not cover the sweet babies as well? Well, like I said, Gravy and Biscuits, I haven't had a channel very long, and this is my first case that I've covered. And I've literally been on this case, with the exception of, 3 nights that I've taken off since this case started. Okay, I need some contact info from mods. Here, honey, I saw it a mile away. That's why I was asking about Discord. Maybe tell us. So as of KIELY case, that's why people are covering it. Cover the channels. Yeah, I mean, if there's other cases that come up, I'm sure there will be with other kids, then I'll cover them as well. But right now, literally, this one here consumes all of my time. Okay, another channel had a comment. The host read it and said, X, I'm not even going to look into him, kids. This is real life. Okay, intruders. Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up real quick. But I think some keywords can get you put in the corner too. Um. Oh yeah, never mind. Crumb crazy. I was gonna ask you if you got White Widow Baby's email earlier, but I remember you had responded back to her. See, this seems simple. If people don't like how Lost runs her podcast, you can just. Someone Truckee can call AA over the weekend. Maybe Nick will show up. As soon as my mom too, it just reeks to cover up. It does. Sleepless in South Africa. Like I said, literally, I end the live at night, and then me and mods are emailing information back and forth. I'm looking up stuff. They're looking up stuff. I go to sleep. I wake up the next day and it's looking into stuff until I start the live that night. It's just I have no time for anything. I'm just saying everyone there was last to see her, in my opinion, and needs to be looked. Yes, gold they do. Okay, good thing I'm not a mod. Hey Flash, how are you? I bet Nick is taking a break from roadsiding. Well, supposedly he has a new job now for was it Nevada? Hold on, I got it written down. It's Nevada something. Western Nevada Supply Company is who he works for now. You're welcome, Flash. Okay. Yeah, he may be on break. Probably. Alright. Qualifications for mods is being able to split while balancing. Okay, I mean, Kylie deserves her story to be told, the true story. It's impossible that no one saw anything. I'm not going to accept that it was just an accident unless they come out with some hardcore evidence. Well, Sleepless in South Africa, I do not believe that it was an accident at all. I believe it's 100% foul play. I believe that, and these are only my opinions that I'm stating. I believe that Sammy knows everything that happened. Uh, and I'm sure that there's a couple of other people who know as well. Let's see. I mean, they from day one have totally messed everything up. Can you imagine someone hurting you? And then wonder as a spirit, well, everyone says you just drove into. I mean, it's got to be sad, Gold. Um, it's just, and like I said, I don't know what the mom, like, what's going through her head either. I mean, I know she's obviously got to be upset. Hey, mama's baby girl, how are you? Uh, let's see. I know Cali people need to get to the bottom of what's wrong with these sheriffs. That is true, Lead with love. Hey, Tonka. Oh, shit. Granny Clampett is back from Martha's Vineyard. I wonder if the vibration was Sway. Oh my god, Sway. Okay, so Gravy and Biscuits has only been on YouTube for 20 days. Can't be too concerned. Well, um, Crime, you know what to do if they keep complaining. Because I know for a fact they were not timed out, so. Alright. Aside from Jagger being cleared. Well, Tonka, I don't know yet for sure if he has been cleared. I did call Nevada County today to see if they could confirm that they told the U.S. Sun this, and the guy that I have to talk to was not there. So I've got to call back tomorrow to talk to him. Hopefully, I mean, if he told the Sun that they were cleared, that Jagger was cleared, then he shouldn't have a problem with telling me that he was cleared. Let's see, sitting here with 2 fur babies on me. How about you? Mama's baby girl, I'm doing good tonight. I think Jagger does know what happened, though. I don't think he was part of what happened, but I think he was pulled into it. Public announcement, Crime Crazy is also wrench happy. I've been an activist for 40 years. How racist. Okay, Gravy and Biscuits, please don't come in here calling people in my chat racist. Crime Crazy did not say anything to you at all that was racist. Okay, if I had nothing to hide, I'd be on every channel to clear my name. Exactly. And I mean, we have reached out to Jagger to see if, he wanted to come on panel and tell his story, and he hasn't answered us back yet. Uh, maybe he'll change his mind. Thank you, Crime Crazy. I don't want people coming in here. Hey, DJ, how are you? I don't want nobody coming in here saying that about anything. And I'm sitting here looking right at chat, and nobody has said anything racist to that person. They were not timed out earlier. They lied. Hey, Fresh to Death, how are you? No racist. I hate everyone equally. So I don't want people coming in here in my chat trying to do that. Okay, the news site looks about as big as shit. Well, Fresh to Death, I'm going to call the Nevada County back tomorrow and see if they can confirm it. Hey, Jamal, how are you? I was watching someone on YouTube that said maybe some kids at the party have police parents. I have heard that. Still trying to confirm it. So I can't say yes or no either way. I know that it was said that Sheriff Lou's son was there. And then there was some other people that were trying to say that the sheriff's son was somebody else, or this kid's parents were law enforcement. But the kids that they were saying don't have parents who were in law enforcement. Hey, what up, baby? Hey, Scott, how are you? Are Nevada County racist? Hell no, but their gut dogs can't swim. Yeah, I mean, nobody in here has ever said anything racist at all. Except for that person that just come in there and saying all that. So they can go on with that. Angry is not racist. He is bald. Wait, what up, baby? I thought y'all were going to do y'all's thing. Like, I don't want to put your business out or anything like that, but Jamal, I'm doing good. I'm not racist, burn and tan myself to change my skin. Yeah, I mean, I don't like people coming in trying to start stuff like that and other people. Like, that's crazy. From what I'm getting, as of right now, Kylie was found in the rear hatch area of the car, and even though she was tiny, there was no way she could get into there from inside the car. That is also what I've gotten, Boyd. Um, Basically, that's probably about the only facts that I can think of that we know right now. Okay, when you call, can you ask about this son claim officials plan to provide a much needed update on the case this week? Yes, let me write that down, Dwayne. Um, just a second, let me go to the page where I've got all the information to ask them that. Okay, right here. Alright, y'all give me just 1 second and let me write this down. Okay. Wait, I'm just gonna screenshot this. Okay. Alright, we are soon figured out listening in. Alright, well, wait, little baby, I don't know how far y'all have to go. But however far it is, y'all be careful, okay? Alright. But Dwayne, I will for sure ask them that. I've got literally like a whole page of stuff that I'm gonna try to ask to try to get information on. So I will add that as well. Okay. So let me catch up real quick. Yeah, reached out to Nick, but he declined. Yes, Nick. We did try to get Nick to come on. Oh, wait, what up, baby? We love you too, honey. Okay, then he gave details about the roads there and how the LA are a certain type of way. Wait, okay, the interview with the man from that area gave great insight on the area and how the adults are in the community also explain how the kids are. Okay, I'm just going to back off and listen and watch. Kentucky Redneck, you're fine. You email me? Okay, hold on, let me check it real quick. Wait, I don't see. Wait, White Widow baby. Oh, you said I'll email. I thought you said. Never mind. I just completely read that wrong. Okay. Details. Only thing wasted here is some pickles, and we eat those. Okay, she was floating in mixed. Yes, he did say, from what I understood, that she was floating. Split second, you can see a seatbelt in the rear hatch door. My opinion is that she was. Yeah, Boyd. I also saw that, and it was funny because Doug from AWP said that he didn't even notice it in the video until he saw like some of the people on YouTube that were talking about it. Alright, notice for future trolls we have a low tolerance for ignorance. That is true. I did not realize that Kylie was bloated some, but apparently she was because her upper body torso had risen and her legs were hanging. Yeah, Gregory, I'd heard where Nick had said that. Underwater they will float, even being held down. Thinking after Olivia, a video, I think it happened down in the second parking lot of the water because nobody could get car blocking the exit. Yeah, I'm wondering how long the boy stayed in the road. The one that blocked the road or whatever. I'm wondering how long he stayed there. Pickles, my mother just made me a batch for my cucumbers. I grew. Gonna get some now. If anyone knows that famous unnamed musician, could you ask him to do some production on that song of Kylie's? Lee would love. You're talking about the one that was in the song with her. I can't. Is it? Is it Crepe? I think that was the name of it. Xana may be involved in supplying something more than drugs. I'm a healthy kid. I smoke broccoli. I think there was a misunderstanding. Angry, come back in. Wait, a misunderstanding about what, Sway? What did... Wait, Sway, I'll just sit back, sip my coffee, and wait to see if I read it again, and then I'll rip them. Wait, Kentucky Redneck, what happened? Who are you talking about? He has a song on SoundCloud. Lee would love. Are you talking about Crepe or Crepes or whatever? The boy that was, because I did watch some of his stuff on YouTube. You got, oh, thank you, Creative Thoughts. You got yourself a super chat. Thank you, honey. I stepped away and see. Yeah, something. Angry Kentucky Redneck is upset about something. I was trying to see what it was. I sent you an email last night with Crepe's name and subject heading. Gregory, I did see it. I have not had a chance to open it yet. Quick facts. So you guys were wrong about the tow truck guy. Quick facts. What about him? Wrong about what? All these kids know what happened. Hey, Pat, how are you? The people involved all knew each other. The parents told them to keep their mouths shut. They don't want to be involved. Has to be the answer. Well, I was looking into some stuff with Sammy today. AWP said that he wasn't him and he hasn't a PI. Well, Quack Facts, he is a licensed private investigator in the state of Nevada. I never said that he was an independent contractor and used his license, his PI license, as that. Thank you, Gold. Let's go. It's working. Love you, Lost. I love you too, honey. But he does have a PI license in the state of Nevada. They said it wasn't him though. I saw that Quack Facts as well that they said that, but we have his picture along with his name, um, along with his date of birth, along with his parents talking to him on his Facebook, wishing him a happy birthday. The same name is also associated on the private investigator's license. Now, the license that he has is a license through a company that he worked for. Why would they love it? He's not. He has a PI license, but he is not a private investigator. But he does have the license. The license that he has, the private investigator license, was gotten through a company that he worked for, that he had to have the license in order to do the security work for. Yeah, if you go look at his Facebook, everything is on there. He is not an independent contractor private investigator, but he is a licensed private investigator for the state of Nevada, which actually the license expire on October the 2nd. Okay, I'm not hung up on the license. They said that you had the wrong person, though. So what did the... I can't answer that. I don't have the wrong person. Maybe he is saying, because I've heard that he didn't want his name out there and all this and that, but he put his name out there and his face out there when he did the interview with AWP. Let's see, you have to look at the endorsement section for that security, so I know exactly how that works. Work for that company and have had a title in that same state. Let's see, literally everything. Hold on, y'all, I'm trying to catch up real quick. 10,000 hours of experience to get the actual, to be the private not the independent contractor is you have to do 10,000 hours and all that. Okay, if AWP is willing to clearly put out false information, it makes me question their credibility. I'm not trying to question their credibility or anything like that. I don't know how far they went into looking into him. Um, so I can't say that that they're putting out false information or whatever. They may not know about all that. I don't know how long we dug pretty deep into him. I don't know how deep they went in whenever they looked into him. I don't know if they just verified that he worked for the roadside assistance or tow company or whatever it is. I don't know that. Work for Black. Oh yeah, my chat is jumping. Hold on 1 second. I work for BlackRock and had a register in both Cali and Nevada. He got that so he could work security, not to be a PI. Is the same, right? Lee would love. He has the PI license, and like I said, they do expire October the 2nd. But he is not an independent contractor. Like he didn't go do the whole 10,000 hours of the investigative work that you got to have in order to get it. Because you're supposed to be 21 and have the 10,000 hours investigative experience. Well, he got them at 18, so we know he didn't have 10,000 hours and he wasn't of age. So what he got was a private investigator license, but he doesn't have the part where he can do the uh, independent contracting part of it. Like everyone is Kentucky redneck. I think a lot of people's like that. Again, I'm not talking about the license. Speaking AWP, clearly stating the guy we're talking about is not him. I mean, quack facts. I can't answer that for you. I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't know how deep they looked into him. Clear, it's not clear. Word of mouth. Like I said, we had his Facebook with his picture. It had pictures of his girlfriend on it. I did not show pictures of his girlfriend. I mean, there was no need in it. I've got pictures of his parents, his brother. There's conversations on Facebook. His birthday, like all of it. I mean, as far as what they say, I can't answer that. Okay, when you have a minute, check speak and hold in 20% set your channel. He has 3 videos. Title says naked, but in the video he states ripped bathing suits. Billy Jones, I think I know who you're talking about. I remember seeing a guy the other day that was talking about that she had on a bathing suit and that it was ripped and all that, but I didn't know where he was getting his information from. You're saying that what they're saying is false. No, I'm not saying quack facts. I haven't said anything about what they're saying is false. I'm not even commenting on what they said. Like I said, I don't know how much they looked into him. Me and the people in my channel look very deep into him. I don't know what they've done as far as trying to vet and verify information with him. So I'm not trying to discredit them. I'm not sitting here talking bad about them. I'm not doing none of that. I just don't know how deep that they looked into him to verify the information. Okay, I'm sure by now social media accounts have been privatized. Oh my god, every time I see Mitch, I want a taco. Alright, I'm out. Alright, boy. Well, thanks for coming and stopping by and hanging out with us. You have a good night. I think the AWP are got. Yeah, I mean, I think what AWP, what they do is awesome. Like, I mean, look how many families they've done helped. They dropped everything to come out and help Kylie's family. I'm not saying anything bad about them. I'm just saying that I don't know how far they looked into him. Okay. Alright, I just gotta catch up real quick here. Okay, have you guys personally spoke with him? No, we have not personally spoke with him. We have reached out to him, and he has declined to talk. How did you find him? We got his name and we looked him up on Facebook and went from there. And how do I know it's not a lookalike? Well, it's him, the same guy who was on AWP's video. There's pictures of him on his Facebook. There's pictures of him on his mom's Facebook. There's with the hat, without a hat, all that. Glare needs to stop. Hey, Brian R, how are you? Glare needs to stop with small PP energy at AWP. Um, I don't even watch the Glare, so I don't know exactly. I've heard he's saying bad things about him, but okay. So Tonka, his account is still public. I mean, I haven't even went back and looked at it. Okay, I don't trust him. Follow the money. So like I was saying earlier, I was looking into Sammy's family, um, and their private investigation firm is trying to get to the true story. I'm coming. No, Quack Facts, you're fine. Like, I mean, you're not doing anything wrong. Like I said, if I knew how deep they went into looking into him, I could probably answer the question, but I mean, I don't know that. So they might have just verified that he did, work at the Roadside Assistance Company. I have not found any information showing that he worked there, but there's no information saying that he doesn't. Um, from looking at his Facebook and mom, I think he's a good guy. Was skeptical until, I mean, yeah, his family looks like a really good family, and there's people that was going around saying that he had all these SA charges on him. Like the boy doesn't even have a criminal record at all. So people need to go to those people and tell them that they need to stop because all the information that I pulled up on him was him. And these other people are literally sitting here saying stuff that can ruin his life. And he has no criminal record whatsoever. Okay, AWP saying it's not him is misleading. I mean, like I said, Quack Facts, maybe, I don't know why they were saying that. Maybe they're trying to get it where people will leave him alone, which is also understandable. I already found court records. He's shady as shit, bro. SF investigates. Okay, I don't think they looked hard at anyone. Honestly, that community is bad for parents. Hey, Majestic Angel, how are you? Hey, Cookie. I'm from Georgia. I'm not gonna hate accent. Okay, y'all, I just need to catch up real quick. I'm so behind in chat right now. And that's just like the deal with Jagger. I mean, I'm gonna call the sheriff's department tomorrow and see if they thank you, Majestic Angel, and see if they can tell me if they told the US Sun that. Because if they did tell them that Jagger did come in and speak with them and was interviewed and, you know, provided proof of where he was at and everything like this, the Sun is saying, then he's been cleared and people need to quit making death threats to him. Dude may not have applied for that work course. Someone may have used his identity. It wouldn't be the first time since that license bureau doesn't even have photos. Yeah, I mean, I don't know Lee would love. Like I said, I do know that he just had to have it for the security guard part of it. It's not even, and that's what a lot of people, I'm not saying everybody who watched the video that I put out the other night, but there was some people who just took it and ran with it whenever they heard PI license. That's basically all they heard, and they just took it and ran with it, saying that he was a private investigator and all this and that, instead of actually listening and looking into it for their own selves and seeing that he didn't qualify for the actual private investigator to actually do private investigative work. Okay, if that's the case, the Nick should address that with the license board. Bad thing is, with all that came out with what we believe anyway. Either, yeah, I am so sorry if I've missed anyone's Securitas is a shady corporation. They bring people in from Africa and basically use RHB programs to make them work like slaves. I know that. Oh, see, I didn't know that Lee would love. I feel like they would have to know exactly when she passed and when she went into the water in order to clear alibis. Well, hopefully they will give me some information whenever I call them tomorrow. Quack facts. No, there's uh, and that's why I brought up the other jobs that he has had to show that there was proof of those jobs. There is no proof that he does work for roadside assistance or a tow truck company, but there is also no proof that he does not. Now, he did say that he works the Truckee area over the weekend. Maybe it's just a weekend job that he does, and maybe that's where the reason why there's no, um, information saying that he has that job. But as of right now, hey princess, there's no proof that he does. But I did say this the other night. If we're still looking into it. If we do come across it, and there is proof that he did work for, no matter who it is. Some are saying he worked for what is it, Caltrans? Is that the name of the thing out in California? But when I got to looking into that, there's no way he could have worked for I think it's called Caltrans or Transcal. Anyway, whatever the name of it is, he couldn't have worked for them because they work freeway only in interstate. Okay, so the name of it's Caltrans. Okay, so I didn't know what it was, but whenever I got to looking into it, they work nothing but freeways and interstates. So I knew that couldn't have been who he worked for. And he did say that he was out of Reno, so therefore he would have to work out of Nevada. So whatever company it is that he worked for, if we can find the proof of it, I mean, I will bring that out and say it. So yeah, Caltrans. See, we don't have in Louisiana. We don't have stuff like that. That like people who work just interstates or whatever. So I like literally had to go in and read what Caltrans was. Okay, in my opinion, Jagger still says I do not believe he should be getting death threats, but he still says to me, "Hey Tabitha, how are you? Um, Autopsy has to be done by now. I haven't heard anything on that. Pat, they have done the autopsy. They did it 2 days after she was found, um, but they're not releasing the report yet, and they haven't, as far as I know, they haven't got the tox report back yet either. So, and I think you have to have the toxicology report back in order for it to go in with the autopsy report in order to get like a cause of death or a manner of death or whatever. That's close. Alright, also, while we're a bunch of teens exclusively using a European app. Now, Quackfax, I have not heard about a European app. I do know, and I only know this from just looking at all these different kids' social media accounts. A lot of the kids that graduated from Truckee this year went down to Mexico. A few of them, was it Peru that they went to? I think it was Peru. And then I've also seen a couple of them that has went to Europe after their graduation. So I don't know if that's the reason why they're using that kind of app or what. Post office prints. I don't know. I mean, yeah, if he's on the van video, like if it comes out and they say yes, that's Jagger, and they show everyone proof that it's Jagger, then yeah, obviously he lied to law enforcement or whatever. So that's why I want to call and talk to the guy tomorrow and ask him if they did in fact tell the son that. Okay. All right, let me catch up real quick, y'all. Oh, I'm so behind. Okay. Let me message him now. Just kidding. Okay, I'm writing Autopsy. Alright, cold nights, hot days here in Kentucky. I wish it would cool down here in Louisiana. It's still hot. Like we were under 90 all summer in May. We hit. That's the way it was here too, Mar. Did anyone know if Hawkins County requires all their residents to have their rabies shots? Slay, I have no idea. Tabitha, we were talking about Jagger. Hey, Nelson. Uh, the U.S. Sun has said that they spoke with the detective in KIELY's case, and the detective has told them that Jagger came in, did a an interview with them, provided proof of where he was at the night that KIELY went missing, like all this stuff, and that they ended up clearing him, and he's not part of their investigation. He's not a person of interest or anything like that. Well, the Sun came out with an article today, so whenever I read it, I called the Nevada County Sheriff's Department. The guy that I need to talk to find out the information was not in, so I've got to call back tomorrow because I want to verify that if they told them that or not. Okay, first interview was weak, so she reinvented herself. The second one was more credible. Oh, wait, let's see. Lead with love. Who are we talking about? Hold on, I gotta go find. I'm so bad. He was arrested pretty quickly after the case was open, too. I'm sure the person that was identified in next video is Nick Kabakong, and I found Chucky athletic photos of him, which matches the description. Yeah, I mean, he was, let's see, KIELY's car, the tow truck guy, Nick, said he saw it Saturday, so that was August the 6th. Well, Nathaniel Kabakong was arrested on August the 10th. Hey, Nature and Chill, how are you? I don't know who the girl is, but believe it's Sammy. I'm thinking if it was KIELY's car in that video, um, I'm thinking Sammy or Kate. Let's see. Yeah, Oh, you're talking about the Jane Doe. Okay. Now, Jane Doe, I didn't get to hear the first Jane Doe. I did listen to the second one last night. And I'm not saying that it's Elsa, but I am saying that everything that the girl said was everything that Elsa said. And it's almost verbatim what's in the timeline that Elsa said. Committed a crime is just going to own that crime. Everyone is still sus me. Is still that is true. Creative thoughts. Listen to both. Sound same dictation. Okay, I'll have to go back and listen to the first one. I even tried to find even like on Elsa's thing on her social media. I tried to see if I could find a video where she was talking. Even though the voice was changed, maybe you can tell, hey, precious me, how are you? To see like if you can just hear how they were talking or whatever, pronounce their words or whatever, but I couldn't find anything on her social media. I really think Olivia knows Jane Doe too. It's not truthful. Like I said, everything that she said was what Elsa put in that timeline. Uh, so I don't know if it is Elsa or if it's someone who has read the timeline and is coming forward just to say they know something. Okay, real question is, why is the family trying to silence the search for the truth? I mean, quite facts, honestly, I don't know why the family, a lot of the things that they've done. I mean, they beg people to help find KIELY. And then whenever AWP comes in and they find her, they don't even thank them. Like the dad did, I've heard that the grandfather did, but like the mom wasn't even there whenever they were searching. She's never thanked them whenever they had the the celebration of life memorial thing, they didn't even thank them for that. They thanked everyone else but never thanked AWP. And I don't think that's right. Hey, Tuesday's gone. How are you? Hey, Cheese. Who is Ethan? Ethan is supposedly one of the boys that was in the video um, that they showed the fight or whatever, like the boy that was screaming or whatever. It was one boy that name was Ethan, and the other boy was Jet. There was two boys that were named in that video. Jane Doe, who contradicted herself over a dozen times. Well, I was literally falling asleep when my husband was watching Jane Doe 2's thing last night, and I had to sit up and get the timeline because I was like, everything this girl is saying is straight out the timeline. Okay, it's about money with the Neiman's. Yeah, I even went back and looked because they had posted that they reopened now. The lodge is reopened. So I went on Zillow to make sure that it was still for sale, and it's still on there listed for sale. Okay. And I'm sorry to anybody who's come in that I haven't said hi to. Thank you all for coming in. I know if my daughter was missing, I wouldn't be at a sushi restaurant. The mother, that is true. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, she needed to eat, but I think I would have had to been sitting out there on the bank of that lake, whatever lake that they were at. I would have just had to eat a sandwich, crackers, or something while AWP sitting out there searching for my kid. I want to know who drove Sammy home too. She's keeping a hush hush. More, I have heard a name that's thrown out there. I've actually heard two names. One of the names that was thrown out there, and I'd have to go through my other notebook to find his name, but when we looked the boy up, he's part of the church, and I know this doesn't mean anything, but he was like really big into church. He was had to do something with the youth or something in the church, or like a youth pastor or something like that. So I didn't figure it was him that he rode home with, or that Sammy rode home with. But then there was another name that was brought up. Um, but I can't confirm that that's who she rode home with that night. See, I got a reply to a comment with this case first started about an Ethan Raymore touching girls at the party. Don't know how true that is. It's a YouTube comment from a random account. Okay, so I know that Ethan's name was threw out there the other day. Um, the boy that's in the TikTok video with the white truck, I believe is the one who said Ethan and Jet. Hey Scott, how are you? Um, but I didn't know that there was a boy there that was touching girls or touching people. I did hear something about a boy that was at, I think it was Truckee High School, that had got in trouble for doing that. I'll have to go back and look and see if Ethan, or Crime Crazy, did y'all look that up last night? That had to do with the boy that had gotten in trouble for touching on people or something like that, or SA at the high school up there. Marines are out of the Lord of the Flies. I remember seeing that somewhere. Was it Ethan or Tony? Hey Jessica Lynn, how are you? I can't remember what the boy's name is. Um, yes, it was 2 days ago in email. Okay, do you remember if his name was Ethan though? Crime Crazy. I'll have to go back in my email and look. But I know that there was. Oh yes, that's it. Cody was the name of that boy. Okay, so we'll have to look into. And I know that Sammy had a Cody boy's name wrote down on a piece of paper when she was doing the team meeting things or whatever. Um, but I think his name was Miller. His last name, Cody Miller. because there was some names in the Venmo that in the Venmo pics that we had. You're welcome, Mar. Hey Trace, how are you? There was some a Patty Miller, and I was wondering if him and Cody was any kin. Okay, so if Sammy had to find another ride because Kylie was so wasted, then why not offer to take Kylie also? You know what Tuesday's going? I said the same thing. She never even mentions anything like that, only that she told her bye. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, she told her bye and to get home safe. But she's. That's what I understand. That's Sammy contradicting herself. Okay, I'm not up to date. I need to just listen. um, did you show the video? Wait, did you show the video of the arrow? Gold, you'll have to remind me what video. Cookie, I've lived here my entire life, never attempted yet. Um, but Sammy says sitting in a car at 11:30. Kylie's texting her mom, and she asks Kylie for a ride. Um, but then they get out of the car. They walk back to the party, and she goes to ask for another ride because she realizes that Kylie was too drunk. Well, if Kylie was too drunk, then how did she text her mom and ask for an extension on her curfew? Told her she would be leaving at 12:15 to make it home by 12:45. That don't sound like she's that drunk. Sammy leaves at 12:25. Finds Kylie, gives her a hug, tells her she loves her, and then tells her to get home safe. But then Sammy turns around and says that she assumed that Kylie was just going to spend the night at the campground. So I don't know why she would assume that Kylie was going to spend the night at the campground if she was sitting in the car when Kylie texted her mama telling her mama that she was going to be leaving at 12:15. I don't believe that Jane does stories at all. Tonka, I don't either. And the only way I would believe it is if it was Elsa, because Elsa's the one that came out with that story to begin with. And I'm not saying that Elsa's story would be legit, but she is the one who came out with that story to begin with. Too drunk to leave her there. The girl had she don't care about girl code, like she don't care about anybody. I think we have the right idea, but the wrong player still. I think the suspects are still hiding in the shadows. And Quackbacks, that could be true. I just think that Sammy, I guess because she put herself out front and center, I think that's one reason why I've always thought that she had something to do with it or knew what happened. That and the fact that Sammy's 18, Kylie was 16 at the time. Sammy just went off after explaining this big elaborate story about this party that was there with these people that they didn't know, people from San Francisco, Sacramento, Folsom, all these different people from all these different places show up. Sammy's overwhelmed, and then she turns around and she leaves a 16-year-old girl drunk at a party with all these people that she doesn't know. I think that's why I've always thought she has something to do with it. But what you're saying, though, does make sense as well. Sammy, just a distraction. Look at me, look at me. Basically, that's what she's really done. She put herself out in front of the search. She said it multiple times. I'm in charge of the teen-to-teen meetings and all this and that, and I don't care if you've talked to the police and gave the police a statement. I need you to come to me right now and tell me what you know, like all this. And it's basically like she's trying to get all the information. Like she needs to know what everybody else knows. She said Kylie called her at 12:36. Did anyone check her phone to prove this? Because her phone last pinged at 12:33. Well, Scott, I know that FBI has confirmed that the phone was turned off at 12:33. I still haven't figured out how Sammy got a phone call from her at 12:36. Now, Sammy said one time that Kylie called her at 12:36, but then Sammy also said that she was the last person to get in touch with Kylie. So if you tell me you're getting in touch with me, then that means you're calling me, right? So if Sammy's saying she was the last person who got in touch with Kylie, then that makes it sound like that she called Kylie. The boys with Sammy at the team meetup conference. Majestic Angel, are you talking about the boy with the sunglasses? And then the other boy that wears the blue hat? Okay. Hey Sadie, how are you? Sammy knows exactly what went on. She didn't hesitate that her and Kylie were stuck like glue during the party, but now she knows nothing. Oh yeah, because remember to begin with, uh, yes, sunglasses and bucket hat, Majestic Angel. That's what I call them. That's Philip Farrakho and Ethan Fight. I mean Evan Fight. I'm sorry, not Ethan. But anyway, when she was asked during the interview, can you tell me who all Kylie was hanging around with? She couldn't tell it because she said I was too inebriated, so I don't know. But then she can come out and say we shared drinks together. We went back to the car at 11:30. Um, I left at 12:25. She called me at 12:36. How can if she's so drunk that she don't know who Kylie's hanging around with, or about her taking her belt off whenever she goes to use the bathroom. Like she can give all these other details, but she's too drunk to know who Kylie was hanging around with or who was around her or whatever. Okay, I believe Kylie called her to account for the call, but changed what's said. Oh, wait, is it Precious Me's birthday? Happy birthday, Precious Me. Okay, I'm 43 and today I'm in jeans. Hey, Bug, how are you? Sorry, did I miss anything big? Bug, I don't know if he was cleared or not. The Sun is putting it out that he has been, and they're saying that they got that information from a detective who was over Kylie's um, case. I called Nevada County today to speak with someone to find out if it's true, just that they could verify that yes, they did tell the Sun that, or no, they did not. Because if they did tell the Sun that, then of course that means he's been cleared. But the guy that I have to talk to wasn't in today, so I have to call back tomorrow. Need to find all of Sammy's phones. I think she had a burner phone too to set Kylie up. Yeah, I hope they didn't set her up though, because I mean, especially if knowing that Max rode to the party with her, then that makes Max an accomplice of it. So wait, it's not Precious Me's birthday? Maybe. Oh, my bad, Precious Me. I thought they said it was your birthday today. Crazy is cleaning her glasses right now. The active search warrant was over in like 2 to 3 days. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Why? What? The search didn't last no time. You're 5 years older than my daughter. I still want birthday cake. I don't know where. That's what's weird too. Like where her phone is. I'll pop out of the cake's way. I think it was a setup, no doubt about it, to quit from the noisy ones now. Um, it was my wife's birthday yesterday. She made me go out for. Well, Scott, wish your wife a happy birthday from all of us. Um, yeah, I would hate to know that it was a setup just because, like I said, Max went to the party with her, with Kylie, and her and Max were supposed to be best friends. That would mean that Max would have knew about it. Cake and ice cream for everyone. Oh, thank you, Werewolf Queen. Okay, hazing go wrong. Let's get the young grad lit and watch her. She's younger. Yeah, Gold. Someone else had mentioned that last night about that they possibly could have got her drunk or high and then recorded her. Um, but I hate if that would have happened as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Gold. Like Max got her there possibly, but then Are you on your headset this evening? You have a weird. Okay, so y'all can still hear it again, Trace? Okay, so yeah, I'm back on my headset tonight because my son's on his, so I didn't get his. Let me move my phone. Maybe that's the problem. I'm sitting here with my phone in front of me. But if she was set up, it's almost like Max got her to the party by riding with her, but because she knew what was going to go on, she hurried up and left before anything could happen. And then it makes it look like, well, I didn't know what was going on because I left. Max needs to be questioned about that comment. Yeah, I mean, I hope they didn't set her up. My best friend turned out to be my worst nightmare. I'm 61 years old and I just found out that. Oh, well, Pat, I'm sorry to hear that. Must be detectives was possible, but not probable. A lot of things are possible. I mean, there's so many theories out there and all of them make sense, but there's just nothing to back up the theory to make it, proof, like, to make it stick. Okay, I don't know. I don't think Mag's involved. I do think her boyfriend may be a dealer, though. I've heard that too, Jessica Lynn. That they think that Max's boyfriend, which is Ross, um, showed up just long enough to the party to drop something off and pick her up. Sammy has been taking classes from Amber, turned right down, pulling her hair back behind her ears. That is too funny. Okay, where she knew what Sammy planned to embarrass her. Yeah, I'd hate to think that they done her like that, though. Trash always shows itself feeling grateful truthfully. That is, that's true, Pat. Makes me wonder if Sammy had a big check waiting in her mailbox. Compliments of Mom. Are you comfortable venturing an educated guess when the SUV went into Prosser and who may be responsible? Uh, Gregory, honestly, I've always thought Sammy was responsible or had a part in it. Um, if Jagger has not been cleared, and it is true that him and Kate were sleeping together, it could be possibly them. Um, if Jagger has not been cleared, it could possibly be him and Sammy, just because Jagger is putting all this out here, how much he loves Kylie and all this and that. Uh, but then Kylie starts dating this other boy. Well, maybe Sammy liked Jagger. Like, apparently, all the girls like Jagger, from what I'm understanding. Oh, yeah, why did she leave after 10 minutes at the party? They all left her to fend for herself, great friends. That is true, Scott. It was like everybody that was supposed to be her friends just left her because they didn't care. They didn't care nothing about her. I mean, if Sammy cared anything about her, Sammy would have never left her. Sammy would have been like, okay, you know what? Either, you're going with me or we're going to get in touch with her mom and have your mom to come pick you up. The only person that I have heard that asked Kylie if she had a ride home was from Elsa. And Elsa said that the person who gave her a ride home asked Kylie if she had a ride, and that if she did not, that he had extra room in his car that he could take her home because he was also taking Elsa home. That is the only person that I've heard say that they try to get Kylie a ride home. Sammy wished she was Kylie. Yeah, Sammy could have been jealous of her. Did y'all see clean pic of underwater car that looks like another person in back seat? If true, how could that be? Majestic Angel, I have heard that that was put out on another creator's channel. And this is just my opinion, I do not think that there was anyone else in that car. I think it was just Kylie, and that's it. Mags's boyfriend's name is yes, his real name is Steven, Janie, but they call him Ross. But Steven is his first name. In the Tony interview, Sammy said Jagger was in Napa. I think he lives in Napa. She was at the graduation. She knows where. Yes. Well, he's not exactly in Napa. It's in is it pronounced Callistica, California? Am I pronouncing that right for anyone who lives in California? It's not far from Napa, but he kept saying he's 4 hours away. Well, whenever I look, yes, that's it. Leave with love. Am I pronouncing that right? Callistica. Um, but I went back and did Google Maps and I mapped it from there to Truckee, and it's actually 3 hours and 28 minutes or something like that. So whenever he's saying 4 hours, he may just be rounding it up, and it because it's not exactly 4 hours. She was also 16 and younger than the main ones there. I don't think she was part of the clique, and maybe Sammy is claiming to be closer to her than she was because that made her look bad. Yeah, because I mean, Kylie didn't even go to school with these kids. I mean, she was homeschooled, and then she went to the charter school. Hold of these kids, cash out cards, and find out who's been getting big bucks before. Well, Sway, there's. I mean, it doesn't show on their Venmo the amounts that was transferred, but there's a lot of information on the Venmo. All right. Okay, so it's pronounced Calistoga. Is that how you pronounce it? I believe Callie got hooked on opiates when she injured her arm and then got involved with the druggy crowd. Yeah, that could be true as well, Tonka. Hey, Wes, how are you? Did you say this? Yes, NJ. Okay, so Calistoga. Okay, so all right. How many are in chat? Sharon, it's showing 162. Does anybody know what she did to her arm? I saw a couple of different pictures where she had it was her wrist in a cast, and I remember her mom saying that when she was given a description of her that she had a scar from where she had surgery. Coast is 3 hours from Truckee. Yeah, geez, I had because I kept mapping Napa because that's where he kept saying, and then I went and mapped it. Where did the mom bought alcohol rumor start? I don't know, Dwayne. I haven't heard that. No, NJ. Hold on. Let me grab my phone real quick. Oh, so it was Corporal Tunnel. Okay. Give me just a second here. Maps. Let me see how far it is from Fresno. No, NJ, it's the opposite direction of Fresno. It's actually north of Napa. Also, is there a pic of her in a cast? Scott, there is. I don't have it on my computer right now. I would have to get it and then email it to myself to get it onto my computer. It's not really a cast. What it looks like is it looks like an ace bandage wrapped around her lower part of her arm. Then there may be a cast underneath it. But I could just see like the ace bandage wrapped up on it. Yeah, like Jessica said, that I mean that's all I could see. There might have been something underneath it. Okay. If you are homeschooled, you do not get to see the reality of children that are brought up in public school. That is true, Darren. And I'm sure that, her homeschooling and all that, she was probably sheltered. I also heard where her parents, or well, the mom and the stepdad, like if there was any guest staying at the lodge, she couldn't go around them. And that was probably a good thing, because you don't know who these people are and all that. So that was probably a good thing. But so, she probably wasn't around a whole lot of kids growing up. Some people not all homeschool because they can't get their butts out of bed and get the kids to school. Let's see. Yeah, now didn't she? Her high school years, she wasn't homeschooled though, right? She went to the charter school all 4 years of high school, is what I've heard. Okay. Yeah, if I can get the picture, I will have it pulled up on for tomorrow night of her and her in the cast. I'm just making a note real quick. Thank you, Flash. See, I always enjoy your chats. Thank you. Well, you're very welcome and thank you. I appreciate that so much. And for some reason, I'm trying to get it pulled up on the thing, but it won't. Okay, there it goes. I'm just trying to make a note of this real quick for that picture tomorrow. Cast. Okay. Alright, when my son broke his arm, we had to wait the following Monday to get it casted. He was in a splint wrapped in ace bandage. And Triple Moon Goddess, that might have been what it was. Unless, like I said, it was just like a small cast. Because my understanding was it was just her wrist that she had surgery on. So it might have just been a short cast for the wrist and then an ace bandage over it. Only 2 years. Okay. Surveillance cameras caught a glimpse. Thank you, Lead with Love. Called you Flash. Well, thank you. That is so sweet of y'all. Thank y'all so much. I think Kylie was homeschooled and attended charter school when they can attend classes as part of their curriculum. Okay. Well, they homeschooled artists stay up late and sleep in, for example. So, show it. Y'all, I'm so behind on chat right now. Snarky was also homeschooled for that reason. Yeah. I mean, I homeschooled my kids after they were in a public school for. See, my oldest son was 5th or 6th grade whenever I started homeschooling them. But I mean, I was having issues with the teachers because of my son being autistic. It wasn't like the kids there loved him, it was the teachers that I was having such a huge problem with. Okay, a tow truck guy's story is true. Then how did they get Kylie's car around that area and in the water without anyone noticing? They were looking for her as early as 9:10 that morning. Yeah, I mean, if he does have a video of her car, they had to be very, very sneaky, very strategic. I know that there is a back way from Boca to Prosser, so they wouldn't have had to go through Truckee to get back up, like go into Truckee and then go north of the Prosser. They could have just went in the back way. And if you go in the back way, it literally comes into Prosser where her car was found in the water. Okay, I only seen the pic once, can't remember where I saw it. Yeah, I will try to get it up tomorrow, Scott. Let's see. I had surgery on my Achilles tendon. Oh, that. Just saying that, Emerald Queen, that hurts. Very nice. I can't talk. I want to see your cards. Um, There's only a few looking, but they hid it for a couple of days, I believe. I mean, yeah, they would have had to have been very stealthy to do it. They would have had to been like ninjas in the dark, basically. They would have had to have actually probably done it in the dark. Okay. I'm up backwards. Says no entrance. Sure, right, relaxing and chill. Thank you all for coming. My daughter takes dual enrollment classes in public school. Has many college credit. Oh, well, that is awesome, Whisper. Yes, they called up the search at sunset. That's what I'm saying. They could have very easily. I mean, they would have obviously had to have left from Boca the day if the tow truck guy did see their car, and that was their car, or Kylie's car. They would have had to have went somewhere where they could have just kind of like chilled, hit the car, whatever. Um, but in order to get it back to Prosser, it would have had to have been brought in during the night. I was called all three of my boys. My two oldest started out in public school. My oldest son was struggling in math, and the teacher didn't want to help him. Yeah, see, Triple Moon Goddess, I had a lot of issues with my son's teachers. Um, now, like I said, I thought with him being autistic, then we were going to have problems with the students there, but all the kids loved him. Like, they didn't even want him to leave and go to homeschooling, but it was a lot easier on him to homeschool than it was him being, very anxious every day at school. Can't believe it was Jagger and Sammy. Put Kylie and Prosser. Kate knew details. Jagger and Kate at Boca with Kylie's deceased in the back. Some point they hit SUV before Prosser before taking back to lay them as cameras. That could be it, Gregory. And I haven't got to watch the psychic, the one that y'all told me about. Oh, y'all gonna have to remind me of her name. But I haven't got to watch it yet. But I keep hearing people say about uh, a parking garage, that possibly they hit her car in a parking garage. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Yes, Candace Starr. I always forget her name for some reason. Um, but that's what I'm hearing too. That they put it in a parking garage, and then they ended up bringing it in later to Prosser. Okay, I really need to go watch her videos. Everything I've heard about her has always been good, and I haven't had time to go watch them. Okay, I found it interesting that there was a huge party yet Jagger didn't attend. Supposedly, Precious Me, he was 4 hours away. I don't know what he was with his dad. I've heard he said he was fishing. His dad was his alibi. Then he comes out on social media and said he wasn't at the party with Kylie. He was at a party of his own. So, let's see. Oh, shit. Candace totally debunked Jane Doe too. I'm gonna have to just before I go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna have to watch some of her videos. I like to see someone do a reverse speech on the characters. Your conscience can't lie. I mean, honestly, I think that they need to hook them all up to a lie detector. Yes, that's just Candace. Also, now 1111 Tarot, I have watched her, and I went into her chat the very first time I ever went in there, and her and everybody in that chat was super sweet. Like, you go in, you say hi, and she says hi. Everybody, like all the mods were saying hi. A lot of the people who wasn't mods in there were saying hi. Like, the chat was just super, super sweet. Yeah, I heard on the channel, not sure who, but someone said that she was put in a lake after the police searched about 4 days before. See, Cookie, I had also thought about that too, and it would have kind of made sense because law enforcement search, they don't find her. Uh, then they they leave the lake. They say it's clear. She's not in there. So then the people, whoever have the car in Kylie's body, then go put it in there thinking, okay, well, it's not going to be searched again. They said it was clear. What would be their purpose to search it again? Not knowing about AWP coming into play. So they go put the car in the lake, and then here comes AWP. Yeah, Tonka, y'all can mention other channels as long as you're not bashing them or, talking bad or anything like that about them. So, yeah, that had always been my thought too. And it would have made sense, but like I said, that's just one of those other theories that makes sense, but there's no way to prove it. I wonder what date first drawn where we could see the car. There was a guy who said that he did some drone footage of the lake like a day or two after she went missing, and you can see the car in the water. Okay, but that was one of the things that caught my attention was then AWP said, yeah, she was in there about a week. Right. And like I said, it made perfect sense. And maybe a lot of people were giving law enforcement hell for it. I mean, I was one of them that was saying, how could they have missed it if she was right there? Um, but I mean, that would make perfect sense. They didn't find her because she wasn't in there. Okay, then again, why dump the car in the water when it would have made more sense to set the car on fire and get rid of evidence? They got caught in the night. Right, Kentucky Redneck. I mean, you would have been able to see that fire and the smoke and everything else. The only exception is Granny Clampett and Jody. You kill me, Sway, with Granny Clampett. Kansas Star said it was after the search. Ellie probably truly thought it was clear. The guilty parties probably had a cow once they heard AWP cavalry. See, Gregory, that's what I was saying. Like, nobody ever thought that AWP was going to come into play. And then once they did, it was like, oh shit, you know. And by then it's too late. There was nothing you could do about it. Because I want to say that right around the time that AWP said that they were going to leave Wisconsin and come to California was also right around the time that Sammy and her family left and went to Montana. The video I mentioned is put out by Real Justice. Let me go back up and see real quick. Ow. Alright, Lost just told me to let it go, but if Jagger is that's a big difference from Napa. I'm in Sacramento, go Fresno, Sac, Roseville. Okay, so NJ, uh, is it pronounced Calistoga? Am I pronouncing that right again? Yes, it's north of Napa. The one that I'm talking about, NJ. And I was pronouncing it wrong also. I think they said it was pronounced Calistoga. Yorkie Mama, I'm going to go watch her tonight after I end my live. I really do need to go and do it. Like I said, everything that I've heard about her has always been, good things. So you got it right. Okay, thank you, Lee, with love. One of the first Placer County conferences, officers standing there with Illuminati hand sign. I knew we were doomed. See, I am also not too sure about the roadside assistance guy either. I feel like he would have been put there to deter people. Yeah, Jessica, a lot of people have said that um, AWP always goes to the last place that the person was known to be. Uh, and I think they had every intention on going to Prosser first. And then whenever the tow truck guy came in and said that he had seen him at Boca, then, I mean, that's obviously AWP was going to go there because then, they think that that was the last place she was at. And a lot of people have said that um, he was put there to do that. Okay. 1111 Tarot's more credible. I really do rewind and watch back and make sure that people are pulling cards and saying things based on what they see and not what they think. Yeah, like I said, I went into 1111 Tarot's chat a couple of times, and I've always liked just listening to her. I think Kylie's phone was probably just thrown. Got rocket and suppressor, and Ellie is on the. Yeah, I wish they would have found her phone. Okay, I had a reading just for the heck of it. She said a man was going to try to rob me the next day. I got a letter from the IRS. So wait, who told you that though, Lee with love? Just a lady? It wasn't anybody on YouTube that told you that? I never had to pull a card to predict a death, and I was dead on every time. I had to learn to surpass it, and it's still hard. Okay. The man was Uncle Sam. Okay. That was it. Alright, let me make sure I'm caught up. So what I was talking about earlier was Sammy's family. I was looking into her parents' private investigation firm, and they have they've been in business since 2001, and they have been given these federal grants that has equaled up over to like $8.8 million. And Crime Crazy, I don't know if y'all got the email that I sent about that. I can't remember if y'all even wrote me back about it. Um, well, it's federal funding is what it is, but they've ended up getting funding from the Department of Veteran Affairs. Like that's where most of their funding has come from. They've gotten some from Social Security Administration, Department of the Interior, Department of Justice, uh, the Defense Logistics Agency. Like they've gotten some funding from a lot of hub agencies. Yeah, Nature and Chill. It's a lot of federal contract awards is what they're called. Um, like I said, the Department of Veteran Affairs is the biggest one that they've gotten. Okay, Crime Crazy. I couldn't remember. I thought I'd sent it to y'all, and I've been so busy today that I can't remember if y'all had wrote me back or not. Um, exactly, Majestic Angel. It was like $8.8 million total what they've gotten since 2001. Um, from all these, there's some from like the Department of Health and Human Services. Uh, another one here, pension benefits. Some of them I can't see because they're so small. Yeah, there was an Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. It's like several of them. It's all gone quiet, Sammy. Yes, she is. Her family's very connected. Well, then I was looking into Ross, which is uh, Mags's boyfriend, and his dad is a president of a development company. Hold on, let me get it pulled up here. So he owns a construction and development company, and then he also a real estate company and all this and that. So basically, he builds houses and then turns around and sells them. Um, his mom though works for Sierra Business Services, and if you get to looking into that, then the Sierra Business Council, Ross's mother is a part of, and so is Sammy's mom. So there's the connection there as well. Hold on, I gotta answer a text back real quick. Um, so it's almost like if Sammy has something to do with what happened to Kylie or knows what happened, but then also Ross does too, well, those parents of those two kids are going to do what they need to do in order to cover it up. Majestic Angel is Ross. Stephen Ross Greenberger is Mags's boyfriend. Um, his mom and Sammy's mom are both on the council for the Sierra Business Council. Like they sit on the board or whatever. And so they're not going to want to look bad, not with the companies that they own and work for, not on the boards that they sit on. They're not, in the community, the colleges that their kids are supposed to go to, all this and that. Let's just have rich white people making sure we have fairness in employment. And two counties, and we got the whole state. Um, so if Ross and Sammy both know what happened or had something to do with it, those two kids' parents are going to do what they need to do in order to cover it up, get them out of it, whatever, pay people off, whatever they need to do. Because, like I said, they're not going to want to look bad to the companies that they own and work for, the board that they sit on. They're not going to want to look bad on that either. The community, they're not going to want the community to look bad because, I mean, if you go to Zillow and you just type in Truckee, I'll call it a night. I have a headache all day. All right, Mar, I love you, honey, and I hope you have a good night. Um, if you go to just any real estate website and you just type in real estate for Truckee and look how much these houses are, they're not even going to want to look bad in their community, in their county because of this. They're not going to want this to follow their kids to college and future jobs. So they're going to do what they need to do in order to keep it covered up. Sammy must be a royal miss to have family that connected, and she doesn't have her own car, and she only got into Irvine. Well, see, the car that I've always heard that Sammy drives is a Prius. Because her mom had actually posted something, I can't remember if it was Facebook or Instagram, where she had put on there about uh, you can see Sammy and her Prius cruising the campus of UC Irvine and or something to that effect. But it said something about her Prius and her surfboard or something. But yeah, I mean, I figured, like, I don't know what the big colleges are out there, but UC of Irvine, that's not like a big, huge college out there, is it? Calistoga's near San. Right, NJ. It's just north of San Francisco. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make myself believe the two cases are not related. But oh, you're talking about Kylie's and Jalissa's. See, I hope the FBI ain't that stupid to sweep it under the rug. Wrong is wrong. Don't do the crime. Yes, that is true, Triple Moon Goddess. Okay, but and I'm not saying that Ross had anything to do with what happened to Kylie. I'm just saying that if he did, uh, or knows what happened, like his family's they're gonna do what they need to do. Is there a Nate involved? Um, let's see. There's 4 Nates. There's Nathaniel Kabakongan, who is currently in jail. There's Nate Tetzliff. I believe I'm pronouncing his last name right. Then there is Nathan Hurst and Nathan Hambrick. Okay, I thought Sammy was going to San Diego State. No, she's going to University of California at Irvine. Sammy is at UC Irvine, beautiful, expansive school. Okay, so geez, is there like any bigger, better schools out there than that than UC Irvine? Yeah, Tetzlaff, Hurst, Hambrick, and Copacongan. And then there's Tow Truck Nick, and then Diver Nick. And then there's Evan Fight, and oh shit, what was the other Evan? I just saw it earlier. Evan Fediment or Fediment or however you pronounce his last name. Okay, so UCLA, USC, UC Berkeley, Stanford. Okay, now Berkeley is where Kate's daddy went to school. I think he got several degrees from Berkeley. Okay, Stanford. So yeah, I mean, I would think that she would have went to like a bigger school. I've heard of UCLA before. I've heard of Pepperdine. Yeah, there's multiple people with the same names in this case. Candace will be spot on. I asked if my mother was the one who made my music box play, and the spirit said yes, red, which the music box is red with gold trim. Hey Lucy, how are you? Berkeley is where they did all those LSD experiments. Oh well, I didn't know that's why. I mean, I've heard of Berkeley. I've heard of UCLA. I just didn't know if there was any that was bigger than UC Irvine. Who is the sheriff's son? I keep hearing about that. May or may not have been at the party. Not very specific info floating around. Um, oh shit, what was it? He's got two sons. Oh, crazy! Didn't look at Evans. I'm trying to think of the sons. Is it Camden? Caden? Camden. It's either Caden or Camden. I can't remember, but he graduated this year as well. UC Davis. Okay. Kentucky Redneck, the only person that I've heard that lawyered up was Sammy, and I don't even know if that's true or not, because that could have been a troll account that said that. Wayne Wu has two sons. Yes, there is. Kyle is one of them, but I can't remember if it's Camden or Caden is the youngest one. I can't remember his name. But the youngest one graduated this past year. Oh, well, this year, not this past year, but past school year. Okay, don't forget spirits can be evil and say what suits them. Let's see. I thought they said she was going to UC Santa Cruz. No, she's going. Her mama said that she's going to UC Irvine, and if you watch the news interview that she does when she's standing there with the hat on, um, it says UC of Irvine, and then she also has a UC Irvine bracelet on. Kyle, Camden, and okay, so Caden is the youngest one. Okay. Yeah, Berkeley is where Kate's dad went to school at, and I can't remember if her mom went there too. I want to say her mom went there as well. Uh, hold on. Um, Crime Crazy, Evan Fight. We looked his parents up, right? Cindy Smith went to Berkeley. She's in Orange County. She will fit right in. I think Sammy's mom went to Bolt Hall Law School at Berkeley. Okay. Alright, Crime Crazy. I'll have to go back through my emails. I thought we did, or y'all did. I've gotten so many emails on people I can't remember. Because I know Evan Fittement, y'all did. But I can't remember if y'all did Evan Fight. Okay. I thought I saw someone show her post on social media about lawyering up, but I can't remember. Yeah, there was, and I'd even showed it too, but I don't know if I still have it on my computer. But she said that her parents were attorneys, so they knew how it went, and so she has lawyered up. Majestic Angel, Evan Fight. Ethan is the one they're saying that's in the fight video, but Evan Fight is he's the dude that did you seen in a couple of the pictures with the bucket hat on? Please Google how long does a criminal investigation take versus an accidental investigation. Yeah, let me see real quick. Hold on. It's not showing me any. Okay, introduction in the criminal investigation process is practice thinking. That's not what I want. I don't need to investigate a car accident. Most of these are for car accidents. That's not what I'm wanting. Gold, I'm gonna write that question down, and I'm gonna see if I can Google more into it tonight or in the morning. Because this is just bringing up like car accidents. Alright, 1 second. Okay, so what takes on a criminal or accidents? I mean, I don't know this for a fact, but I would say criminal probably does, just because an accident, it seems like if it was an accident, it would come out sooner than it was. But I will Google that tonight and see if I can find some more information about it. You're welcome, honey. Maybe I can get some more information, and that way I can have it pulled up and ready for tomorrow. But it just seems, just from thinking, like an accident, it would show quicker that it was an accident compared to foul play or something like that. Help her. Alright, yeah, I did hear this Sammy was studying neurosurgery. I would not want her to do any type of surgery on me at all. So I now thinking she's better get on that as soon as possible because I foresee her in an orange jumpsuit. So hopefully, though, if Sammy is involved, no matter what, you know, they'll figure it out and they'll do something about it. Brianna May left, but my door's open. She may come back later. regardless because I was underage drinking and a DUI. Yeah, I wish they would also get them kids for that too, and their parents. All right, let me just catch up here real quick. All right, give me a second. I need to check something out. Okay. Here for a shot. Hey Dan, how are you doing tonight? Not really breaking news, Dan. I did see the article that the U.S. Sun put out saying that they had spoken with the detective that was over the Kylie case or working on the on Kylie's case, and that detective had told them that they, early on in the investigation that they had interviewed Jagger and he provided his alibi and all the information proving where he was at and everything, and that they ended up clearing him. And ever since then, he's been getting death threats and all that. So I did call the Nevada County Sheriff's Department today, and the lady that I spoke to said that there was a guy there that I have to talk to. Thank you, Crime Crazy. And so he wasn't there, so I've got to call back tomorrow. So I'm going to call him and talk to him and see if he can verify for me if the Sheriff's Department did, in fact, say that Jagger was cleared. Okay, because of the pressure. Because, I mean, if he was cleared, supposedly the tow truck guy, the video that he had from his vehicle, supposedly those two people have been identified. So if there is a video and they have been identified and it is Jagger, then I don't understand how he would have been cleared. But hopefully they will tell me something tomorrow. I mean, if they did tell the U.S. Sun, yes, he's been cleared, then I don't think that they would have a problem telling me the same thing. Do you know if Kylie's car was registered? Sun is more one of the better papers. I mean, I have heard it's like the National Enquirer, like what do you call them? What is it? National Enquirer, and then there's another one. I've heard that it's like that, but I mean, if they're putting out this type of information, then hopefully law enforcement can confirm it, or yes, we did tell them that, or no, we didn't. And if they tell me no, we didn't tell them that, then I am going to ask them, has Jagger been cleared? Uh, if they say that they did tell it, then okay, yeah, then obviously he's been cleared. Then they get more right than estimate. Now I did hear, and there was something else, and I got it wrote down because Dwayne was wanting me to ask them also about them releasing information. If they had also said that, so I'm going to ask them that tomorrow as well. Okay, hey AOS, how are you? When average everyday people can put the details of a case together better than actual investigators, law enforcement. There's a huge cover up by powerful parents. Parents probably help. That is true. I mean, these parents have money. Like I said, Sammy's parents are very, very well connected to very high up people. So I'm sure that if our child done something and she wants it covered up, then she has a way to get it covered up. Okay. Yeah, Tonka, he's saying it was Saturday. And he's going off of his girlfriend saying for sure it was Saturday because it was her dad's birthday, so that's how she was able to remember it. Hey Mark, how are you? So the only way Sammy would know she was the last one that Holly contacted Sammy has a phone. Exactly. But see, Sammy said Kylie called her at 12:36, but then Sammy also turned around and said I was the last person to get in touch with her or get into contact with her. So if you say that you're getting in contact with somebody, then that makes it sound like that Sammy called Kylie. But FBI is saying that the phone was cut off at 12:33. So I don't know how Sammy got a phone call from her at 12:36. What would be the motive to kill Kylie? Was she? I don't know, Wiz, because the lodge is up for sale. Why couldn't they look at their call logs? The post office prints they probably have, or I would think that they would have looked into Sammy's call log anyway. If there's in haste. I don't know, Dan. I would hope that there was more video and pictures out there. Yeah, the post office prints. I've said, about the whole thing calling his girlfriend. I get calling her because you think it's weird, but if you thought it was weird and you're saying that this girl felt uneasy around this guy, hey Dorothy, how are you? Um, why didn't you call law enforcement first? That was like my big thing. You know, it would have been better to call law enforcement and say, look, can y'all just come out and check on this girl because I'm a roadside assistance guy and I got this call out here. This girl's acting very weird around this boy. She acts like she's very uncomfortable around him. Just come do a check on her if you could. And then call the girlfriend. Let's see, John owns a house in a lake house in Truckee. Yeah, Mark, I've got that name wrote down uh, to look into him. I'll just say that Sammy's parents don't live like wealthy parents. Their home is very middle class. Yeah, I mean, her house, I mean, it's nice, but like Kate's house, to me, is way nicer. I think this is still an open investigation and they're trying to get evidence to prove who was in the video and who actually guilty of anything. So, why couldn't they look at their call logs to see what day? Um, that's what I was thinking. Like the tow company or roadside assistance, whatever it is, would have had the call log, the phone number that it came from, uh, date, time, driver that was sent out, and all that. She did, Mark. It was always past tense. She would stumble over words. She would have to stop and think about what she was about to say. Uh, it was almost like she had a script that she had to remember, and at times she would forget what was in the script and what she was supposed to say. The way the voice says this guy recalled the details seemed like he had rehearsed them. It would add certain parts he would forget to say earlier in the story he told. Well, Dorothy, we're glad that you're here with us, honey. Um, let's see, Sammy's parents also look older people, so maybe they're just even I don't know automatically. Yeah, they are older people. I forgot how old they are. I think the dad's like 70 something. Kate and Elsa have very nice homes compared to Sammy and Mags, even though Lodge was nicer. I don't think I've seen Elsa's house. I have seen Kate's. I've seen Ross, Mags. Where Mags's house is, you can't really see a whole lot of it. Um, and then I've seen Sammy's and then the Lodge. I don't think I've seen Elsa's. Santa May's face, and Tony gave her the script to read. And also, only way Jagger's cleared is now that Ellie know who the dude was Sammy on Saturday with the roadside. Yeah, and see, Brian, also, I don't know when Jagger went in. Supposedly he went in and talked to law enforcement. I just don't know what day it was. I don't know if it was Saturday when they were, when she was reported missing, or if it was Sunday or what. Sammy to me. Seems to me police making the statement clear Jagger's in the paper and his response to the vehicle service guy story. Since they've already verified Jagger's alibi. Tony seems like a guy who would have a few girls locked up. He really does sway. My mom owns a bed and breakfast. It's from 1910s, beautiful mansion in the prairies along the river. We don't have a lot of money, but if you look at the house, you would think we were millionaires. Well, Sammy's family, or most of these families up there, are wealthy. Um, I mean, Sammy's mom is an attorney. They own a PI firm. Uh, they're very well connected. I mean, they have money. They just don't like. I mean, even Sammy, like and that's for the most thing for like most of these kids that I've seen up there. They don't really like the vehicles that they drive. Like you know they got money, but they don't even drive like really expensive vehicles. And does anybody know if Max has a car? Because I've never seen anything about that either. Tony and Don need to be cellmates. Do a bed and breakfast on the lake or an ocean. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it, Jessica Lynn? Married. Exactly, Dorothy. I mean, they've got money. Like I said, Kate's house though is really nice. Uh, okay, I'm a dude, but if you ask me, tow truck driver looks way more appealing to high school girls than Jagger's dirty looking behind wood. But what do I know? I think tow truck guy knows all of them. Well, the tow truck guy is only 23. So, I mean, it is a possibility he may know them. He may know some of the girls from Reno High School. But I know that there was a lot of things that was going around, or a lot of people was going around saying that he had SA charges on him. He doesn't. Uh, but I mean, he could know them just because, he still could know the girls. But I mean, people shouldn't be going around saying that he has that type of charge on him. Which parents are attorneys? With it's Sammy's mama is an attorney, and then her mom and dad both own the private investigation firm. Can y'all hold on 1 second? Okay, I'm back. Okay, I don't think he's sus, but he's definitely better. Study so is drowning. Unlikely he has charges because servicemen usually have to pass a background check. Well, I mean, Jeremiah, we looked into him and we couldn't find anything. Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg does have a house on Lake Tahoe. Sammy's father is also a retired attorney. So you see what I'm saying? Okay. So that Isaac Cappy related. Some people, some traffic. Isaac Cappy? I just saw your comment up there. Okay, Podesta is a pedo. See, Mark, that name was dropped in chat last night, and I haven't had a chance to look into him, but I was sent an email that said that, hey, how are you? Um, I was sent an email that said that that name or that person was very bad and that they didn't recommend me looking into him. Um, but I'm gonna look into him anyway. Not yet. I've still got to find the pictures. I've been like super busy today that I haven't had a chance to do anything today. So you didn't know how to spell the name. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna look into that guy too. Like I said, I was told that it wasn't. I was not at how they put it in an email. I don't advise you to look into him because he's really bad. Consider. I think Tonka that name was put with the considering the California law, wasn't it? Last night in chat. I don't remember who said it, but I remember that California law as well. Isn't there a younger Podesta nephew or something there in Truckee area? Oh, I don't know. The hotel room is $348 per night. That was 20 years ago. How much we paid for a house with a fam for a week? Oh, Lisa, I'm sure it was probably expensive. We jumped after on a coke bench. Billy Joe McAllister jumped from the Tallahassee Bridge. Hillary's seen a lot of other bad stuff. Okay, so yeah, that's what they were telling me, Shane, that they didn't recommend me looking into him because it was like really bad. But that if I did, to be prepared or something like that. Okay, he was ran over by a semi after being thrown off the bridge. On 3rd of June. Let's see. Was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager and his brother is a Russian lobbyist caught charged for not registering as lobbyist caught up during Pizzagate investigation for weird art. Oh, wow. So is he really that bad, Shane? Hey, Brown Bear. I mean, because I'm going to look into him. Uh, for example, pancakes. But like I said, they were telling me just to be prepared. Really bad. What would you say? Alright, well, I'm gonna. Las Padilla was like Epstein bad or worse. Oh, wow. No, I'll do it tomorrow if I have time. Um, and if it's really, I won't even probably bring any of the stuff up on here. Be prepared to look into who. The what is this? John Podesta. It goes back to Pizzagate and QAnon with the Podesta emails. Okay. They're creeping me out. I'm trying to think if I've even heard the dude's name. Like, I know it was brought up in here last night. Yeah, if you put it here, the channel will definitely get flagged. Okay, yeah, I won't put it in here then. Do not go down the rabbit hole. So wait, I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole. I'm just gonna look in and see what all he's done, and that's about it. This was Hillary Clinton's campaign manager. Okay, let me write that down. I just remember getting the email last night, so be prepared. Also, if you're Democrats, you probably won't believe what you read. Yes, yeah. It's gonna ask if I lost sound. If maybe lost, you could put some generic little piano sounds in the back. Hold on one second. I need to mute. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I'm being told to stop mentioning that name in the chat because another channel has been flagged over it. Kindness and respect. So I for sure do not want to get flagged over it. Alright, let me catch up, by the way. My niece is on her way to school. Got run over twice because of driver attention, ran over a reverse. Nobody hit. Oh, Emerald Queen, when did that happen? I'm trying to catch up real quick. She fully recovered, but I'm sharing the story shot. Yes, even typing in chat, be careful. Is it a joke? Yeah, I'm just gonna quit bringing it up because I for sure don't want my channel to get flagged. It's also reserved. Pre 2020. Okay. What do you think Ron has amped up his security for? Because of shit. Alright, give me just a second, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I gotta answer a text back real quick. Alright. TV channel membership. Now let's strange kinda too. Why is his membership strange, Jessica? Check a TV channel membership. Now let's strange kinda too. This was I remember my comment that had his name. Maybe everyone else remember. Thank you, Shane. Let's see. I don't believe in satanic crap, but people disappear left and right now. How did SF Investigates get to watch the car be removed in AWP? Was he there during when it was being removed, Mark? Or maybe, I guess because maybe he was there with the grandfather. Maybe Kev's lunch. Did you answer me? Gold, what was your question again, honey? Okay, let's see. Fun fact. So Elsa's house is only 5 minutes from Prosser Lake. Think garage. Oh, so it's like really close then. To hide Kylie's car. Geez, did you send me that where her house is? If you've already sent it to me, I'll go back and find it. He was, yeah, I knew he was the one that was blurred out. Um, well, I've seen Sammy's dad. He don't look nothing like her dad. Can you answer question of Go. What was your question, honey? I probably missed it in chat. Yeah, her dad don't look nothing like him. Why would Elsa ask Kylie if she wanted to live home if Elsa only lived 5 minutes away? I think Crime Crazy, from what I understood, it was the guy that was supposed to be given the guy that was taking Elsa home was the one that had asked Kylie. Um, but I thought it was kind of weird because you would have thought that maybe Elsa would have asked instead of the guy. But supposedly that happened at 12:30. And yet, so Elsa sees her at 12:30. Asks, she falls in a hole. They help her up. The guy asks Kylie if she needs a ride home. Um, Kylie says no, she has a ride, and then she turns around and Elsa says she walks away by herself, and that was at 12:30. Then 12:33, her phone turns off. So it was almost like in the timeline that Elsa and the guy that Elsa rode home with was the last people to really see her alive that we know of. Elsa was one of those callers. Um, NJ, you talking about the Jane Doe 1 and 2 or whatever? Is that what you're talking about? Doesn't mean. I didn't mean to suggest SF was Sammy's dad, but he looks very similar to Sammy. It could be a cousin or something. How did he have all that info about the cops we're looking into? Well, it's no biggie. I was saying that I have you on my TV and I was busy, so if you play a little piano music, pause because this one's silent. I think I lost connection. Oh, Gold, I don't know if I can play music while I'm on here talking. Didn't even mention this. No email. No, thank you. I'm so behind, y'all. I think Elsa may have been. Well, if she wasn't Precious Me, because all of that was said by Jane Doe 2 is what Elsa said in the timeline, like almost verbatim what Elsa said. So I'm not saying it is Elsa, but if it wasn't, then it's another girl who was just coming in reading from that timeline. Which of these girls played golf? I don't know. I didn't know any of them played golf. I was asking if you. Gold, I don't know if I can play background music on here. She says she was at Gold Tourney. I made a jalapeno cheesecake. I've never heard of jalapeno cheesecake. Golf tournament. I don't know, Billy. I've never heard that. Jano number 1 says she was at the golf tournament in Reno during call-in. Okay, so see, I didn't know that because I didn't listen to Jane Doe number 1. Let's see, golf tournament during in Reno. I don't know. I would have to go back and listen to it. Like I said, the only reason why I think it was Elsa because everything that the girl said, literally, she didn't say anything new. Jane Doe number 2. Everything that she said, we've already heard. It's in a timeline. There might have been a few words in there that she might have taken out or put in or turned around or whatever, but there was nothing new. And it was all basically what Elsa had said. Jane wanted to, pretty sure, same dictation. Okay, let me check my mail real quick. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that too. Like, tank was found. Oh wow, so damn, she lives that close? Hold on. Okay. So, just going Sammy's father, 75. We positive, same person. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it, y'all, and see. Cause I swear, if this girl, the second one, isn't Elsa, then it's somebody just reading the script. Charles wasn't in here tonight. Angry, Kentucky Redneck, you have a good night. Oh, .83, good to know. Yeah, her mom is. Oh, okay. Y'all, I've seen so much information. Yeah, I did. How was Sammy's mama crime crazy? I need a notebook, literally like 20 different notebooks just for each one of these people. Was Cindy Babby Smith to y'all is so weird. Government contracts to just say y'all it's crazy. It's all investigations. Yeah, Billy, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's Sammy's mama, crime crazy. What is her age? Even when I joined Kate, I wonder what's going on. Yeah, hold on, let me. Thing over here. I gotta exit off a few different things, but like their biggest funding contract that they have is through the Veteran Affairs. Like, this ain't what I want. And then they've got Department of Justice, Department of Commerce, Department of the Interior, Social Security Administration. Like, there's a lot of big names on that list. Oh. Yes, I see General Services Administration, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, Pensions Benefit, Department of Health and Human Services. Where is Who Gold? NJ, that is the federal contract awards that Sammy's parents have for their investigation firm. Okay, Fitment and Note films are big money. Now, Fitment's his mom is law enforcement. So they're all kind of connected. KIELY said definitely about to be rolled in accident. They probably known it. So I mean, they stand in with some big people. Sammy's parents do. All right, let me look something up here real quick. What the heck? Hold on a minute. Yes, Evan Fight was at the party. Hold on, y'all. I just gotta answer this back. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that Evan Fight was. I've heard that Philip Farraco was there. Let's see, 11/11, make a wish, everyone. Let's see, I'm sick of these elites. Anime got an award. Um, they all got government loans for their business. Each other's backs. This grows. KIELY have on Kelly's parents. Could Evan Fight be a nickname for Evan Fitaments? Jeremiah, if I'm not mistaken, Evan Fight's. No, we did look into Evan Fight's family. So, no, he's not. It's two different people. One second, y'all. Okay. So, Evan Fitament's mom she works for for Ellie. So, dad is 75, mom is 62. Yes, that's right. AOS. Philip Farraco. He's a little dude that we call sunglasses. He kind of looks like Jagger a little bit, but every time you see him, he's always got sunglasses on. Sway, I don't know if she is or not. Cindy was married July for 4 children. Okay, so Nicole and Kelly are not Cindy's kids. Wasn't that right, G's? So they would be Sammy and Tanner's half sister. Yeah, they'd be half sisters. Oh, thank you. I'll change my notes, y'all. Billy, you're welcome. So yeah, if y'all ever hear me call somebody sunglasses, that's Philip Farraco. Then Bucket Hat is gonna be Evan Fight, and then I call the little Dylan Bogan boy Wormy, because he really looks like he's wormy and needs to be wormed. Sunglasses dude is the Philip Farraco guy. Okay, Nicole and Kelly are from James's first marriage. So, um, Tanner and Sammy are from Cindy, then, right? Okay, that would make Sammy a change of life baby at best. Yeah, see, Mama's 62. Well, I need a calculator because it is too damn late at night to be trying to. So she'd have been 44 when she had Sammy. Wow. It is, hold on, I have to get my notes out real quick. It's Faraco, I believe is how you spell Philip's last name. It's kind of over. I mean, AOS people, women that old can get pregnant. I don't think it's recommended though. Um, it can be a lot of complications and stuff like that. Jeez, crumb. I'm heading out. Good night, ladies. All right, Sway. I love you, honey, and I hope you have a good night. Yes, that is it. Majestic Angel. Crumb Crazy put it in there. I had his name. I have to get another notebook though for the spelling. And then what was the other nickname we had? Pissant? Was that it, Chrome Crazy? And that was for the little dude, the little weird dude that I was looking at his Instagram a while back, and he was going to all these different raves and stuff like that all over the place. He was in California, and then he would be in New York at parties and Vegas and all these different parties in these different states. I'm falling way out. It's after midnight here. I'm gonna hate my life in the morning. All right, precious meal. I love you, honey, and I hope you have a good night as well. Thank you so much for explaining to me about the Evans. I appreciate it. Billy, you're welcome. Like I said, there's 4 Nates, there's 2 Evans, 2 Nicks, a Kylie, a Ross, a Sammy, a Max, and a Kate. I can kind of almost make a song out of all of it. Yeah, and I've got them all wrote down. Yeah, Philip is the dude we call Sunglasses. His name is Philip Farraco. Um, like literally, I've got nicknames. Stephen Ross is Stephen. Well, his real name is Stephen Ross Greenberger. Stephen is Ross is what everybody calls him. That is Mags's boyfriend. That's what I'm saying, Jeremiah. You could literally make a song out of it. Now, Ethan and Jet, I have not got their last names yet. Pissant was Matthias. Did you say is it Pizanski or something like that? He's the boy that he sells clothes or something online, and I believe he's also the one that said that Kylie was in the basement. So because his last name is like Pizanski or something like that. So we just call him Pissant. Okay, the Petarek, that is Elsa's last name. And then everybody calls Xaname Xanax. So every time I see Xanax in the chat, I just try to call her Xaname. So there's a lot of names that I have to try to keep up with. Hey Turquoise, how are you? Oh my god. So it's called never at the time heard of them. Oh, Turquoise, I'm so sorry to hear about your friend. Hey Gigi. I've missed everything. Will I be able to watch this over? Yes, Gigi. You'll be able to watch it over. I'm not gonna put it on private or anything like that. The only thing I am gonna do is turn off the live chat replay. I'm good. Love you, Bill. Oh, Turquoise, I love you too, honey, and thank you for coming and hanging out with us. This whole case gets weirder by the day. Lots of distractions being. Yes, AOS, it is. It's crazy. Anyone else needs? It's a lot of stuff. Crime crazy. Thank you. Okay, I found a Jet on Truckee High School followers. Okay, yeah, I've got to get Jet's last name and Ethan's last name. And for 2, Ronnie Jones is more than likely a made-up name. That is true, Lex. Speaking of Xaname, I found her on a conspiracy channel. I think she's kind of been all over. Okay. There was a Ronnie Jones that got arrested about. I think that they said. I remember that the Ronnie Jones thing. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay. Ronnie Jones is a common name, I'm sure. Yeah, I can't remember if it was brought up about it possibly could have been fake or something like that. And I didn't follow it after that about him getting arrested. Okay, Billy, thank you. Is Ethan the golf player? I have no idea. Crime crazy. I literally had just heard Ethan and Jet's name last night, I think. Sorry, Jones arrested. Did Jagger really get DUI, DWI? Lex, I heard that Zav Girl had that up there. Hey, William, how are you? And had his arrest record and everything, and I want to say it was for DUI. I can't. I've looked for it. I don't know where she got it from. I don't know what county it was he got arrested in, so I wasn't able to find it. But then again, I really didn't look that hard either. What's your Tuesday night? 4 days ago to the weekend. We'll be there. William, I'm going to call uh, Nevada County tomorrow, and because there's some stuff I want to ask them about Jagger, and I'm gonna also ask them, will they be making like any announcements this week, or could they tell me when they could possibly be having a press conference? Okay, the Jagger. Let's see. Let me catch back up. I did some research on Xana and people have a lot of misinformation on her. About the only thing that I have on Xana May is her name. As far as that, like I haven't really even looked into her either. Lex, I want to say that it was after they had found KIELY when he got arrested. Oh my gosh, but I also heard that whenever he got arrested, and you're very welcome, Billy. Um, and I also heard that whenever he got arrested, the Sammy was with him. Now I don't know if that's even true or not. That could just be a rumor. Jagger's from Reno, so what county? He lives in Calistoga. I had to think before I pronounce it to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Uh, Everybody keeps saying Napa, but the place that he's from is actually just north of Napa. There's a golf player with a blue bucket. Oh, wait, hold on. There is a golf player with a blue bucket hat named Ethan. It says locked, but profile. Okay, because blue bucket hat is also Evan Fight. Yeah. Hold on. Wait, it's on Instagram? It says locked, but his profile is golf. Oh, weird, dude. I thought they said they weren't releasing anything to the beginning of November, right whenever the midterm elections. See, AOS, that's what they had said, that they were going to release it November the 1st. But then again, I also heard that they said it like in 2 weeks from that time. On federal property, so FBI has to be around and watching. Yeah, Nevada County said that they were lead investigators. Ethan Flynn. Okay. Nevada County said they were lead investigators. CHP is doing the traffic part of it to see if it was a traffic accident, and then FBI is assisting. You'll see those same 3 boys with bucket hats always around Sammy. It's her minions. I know that Philip, which is sunglasses, and then Evan Fight, which is the bucket hat dude, they were around Sammy a lot of times at the when they were outside by the RVs. She was seen a lot with him. But there is a picture that has Philip in it, which is sunglasses dude, and then behind him is the bucket hat boy. But beside of Philip, there is a boy that's standing there beside of him. He's real tall, skinny, and he's got his head down and he's got his hand over his mouth. Well, somebody tonight, and I didn't get a screenshot of it, I think it was on Twitter, that also posted a picture, 6 different pictures, with that same boy that was standing beside Philip. And in every single one of the pictures, he's got his head down and he's got his hand over his mouth. It's going to possible for her channel, don't it? So I've now got to try to figure out who that boy is. I've seen the arrest record, Lex. I just don't. I gotta go back and I haven't really looked for it. I just kind of like did a basic Google search for it and didn't find it, but I'm gonna have to go back and like actually look for it. So I don't know if she's the only channel that pulled his arrest record or not. Or Betty can get records, I think, too, with Chronicles of Olivia. Okay, I was just saying it seems like most of the boys hid behind hair, hats, and glasses. Yeah, EJ, I've noticed that a lot of the guys from up in that area, like, they all wear the same kind of caps and, um, their hair's the same and all that. Yeah, anybody can get the records. Like I said, I just haven't looked hard enough for them. Shit, man, all these people. I'm gonna have to go back on Twitter and get a screenshot of those pictures. I should have did it earlier. Cause it's weird. Like this boy is literally standing beside a sunglasses dude, and there was 5 other pictures that he's been caught with, and one of them was Sammy, and he's literally got his hand over his mouth in every single one of them. Who else are we looking for? I think that was it, Crime Crazy. Just the Ethan boy's name, which we got now. And then Jet, we've got it. And then I'm going to send you a picture, Crime Crazy, after I end the live with this other boy in it that I'm talking about who was standing beside sunglasses in that first picture where sunglasses has got the green shirt on. I'm going to send you a picture that has him in it because we need to figure out who that boy is too. So we haven't heard anything new like in the last day or two. I know, Gigi, we haven't. So Ron was on panel with Zav and SF. It made him feel so uneasy that he private his Twitter and made a tweet line that Zav said she wishes the Rodney family suffers. I don't think that Zav said that. I don't know why he would lie and say that she said that. For the last best run has Fiona hitting us at. Oh wow, Dwayne. Well, hopefully it won't be too bad. SF took the case on pro bono for publicity stunt to Gaza Jack. But see, the thing is, though, Lex, the family's saying that they didn't hire him. From what I've understood, that the grandfather has said that he didn't hire SF pro bono or paid him. And even if he, if they would have, even if he's doing it pro bono, there has to be some kind of contract signed. And it say, and just for legal reasons on both sides, that if SF is going to do it pro bono, then he gets him and the grandfather both sign the contract saying it's being done pro bono. That way he can't come back later and say, well, the grandfather didn't pay me or whatever. Hey, Vicky, how are you? And so I don't know why he's saying that he's working for him and all that. SF maybe works as investigator for the Smiths team, perhaps. I don't know. He could be affiliated with them. I do know that he is based out of Los Angeles and is a photographer. Signed. Semi SF controlling information. Oh my god, what the heck is going on? Yeah. I mean, because when he showed up with the dad and the grandfather the day that they found KIELY, I thought that they had hired him. But come to find out, it's being said that the family did not hire him. Yeah, the PI's, yeah, he's also a photographer. And he actually had another Twitter account that talked about his photography. And I believe he has deleted it because I can't find it now. It was, what did it, lookbooks or so. He did photography for lookbooks and, was it magazines? It was like a couple of different things. Yeah, I don't know why he would lie and say that Zav said something like that. That's crazy. Okay. He took it on for free because Kylie's name was worldwide. He wanted attention. His name out there for business. But I don't know how he would have taken it on if they didn't hire him. I don't know. It's crazy. Jagger is a car photographer. Yeah, he does. He works for a company in Reno now. Um, that has to do with something with photography and stuff like that. Hold on one second. I need to mute for a second. Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's see. We don't have to play the video, but what does audio say of Jagger now saying he was at the party? So Lex, that was supposedly a typo, I guess, is what the son is saying. Um, that he was not at the party. James Smith has one sister named Nancy Jean Leakins. Opinion SF is creepy. I wish I would have screenshotted the other Twitter account to show y'all of his because it was very weird. It was like, I don't know, it's yeah, I would have just had to have seen it. Like the photography on it was very weird. Okay, I'm thinking if Sammy says 75, he may have a brother or sister that is FFSK's parents. That could be possible, AOS. So let's see if SF's last name is Fisher. If that is truly what his last name is. So that would more than likely Sammy's daddy would have to have a sister or her mama could be one of her mama's siblings. Jagger works for a company in Reno now. Daddy surely found. Yeah, it's shit. I forgot what it's called. I seen it. Was it on his Instagram? Hold on, let me go look on his Instagram real quick. I think that's where I saw it at. Jagger. No, it wasn't Instagram. What was it on? It's not yet. Let me get a TikTok. Hold on. I remember seeing it on something where he is working. Where he's working in Reno now. Lots of kids up in the mountains in the country. I should know. Billy, are you from that area? Let's see. There seems to be a for the RODNI family for those who say foul play for accident. Let's see. Well, back and mutual connections. Alright. I don't remember where I seen it at. But I did see where he is, they showed a picture of him, but I can't remember the name of the company. I live in the Bay Area. Okay, so you're not too far away from there then. Steve Fisher PI. I can't remember what all he had on that other Twitter account. Jagger works for UAG Productions in Reno as a car photographer. Okay, that might have been the name of it. Somebody involved in something this big cannot find a job at MD's. Investigates a PI that inserted himself. He's on one of the blurred guys in KIELY's grandpa. Yes, he is in AWP's video. My biggest concern is we heard not only from Sammy but from family members that KIELY was very familiar with Truckee area surrounding, like the back of her hand, so surely she would have known water. Yeah, that's why I don't think she drove into the water. I mean, I'm sure her growing up there, she's probably been out there swimming and everything else, just like everybody else has. Swimming, fishing, going out on a boat or whatever. 4-hour drive, no problem to drive to, so these kids can drive. Yeah. That's a great deal. Alright, 1 second. Okay, I'm old and I can drive it. Apparently, Jagger drives it, unless he moved to Reno since he got the new job in Reno. But apparently before he was driving it. She's probably driving ATV snowmobile. Yeah. You know, Dwayne, I did hear that she was driving snowmobile since she was little. If you know the area, it's not that difficult to drive through this part of Cali. And I'm sure the roads up there were bad at the campground or at the sanctuary part of it where they were having the party. But if she's been there other times like they said that she has, then I'm sure she knew those roads too. If it rained, oh yes indeed. Sammy's brother and parents on the lake in the boat watching the day the car came out was sus as fuck. Candace Star Part 2. KIELY-Rodni indicated SUV was second floor apartment complex with no gate. It was blocked. It was backed in, rear facing to open perimeter. Probably alive. Died from heat. No one checked. See, Gregory, I did hear that she had said that about the parking garage and all that. Second floor apartment complex with no gate. Born, Betty said there was fog that night. I couldn't find a report of fog, but it did rain that day. The same energy was around 67. But yeah, I did hear it rain too. And I looked on the temperature for that day, and that night it was in the 40s. And like a couple of nights after that, it was like down in the 30s. AOS, I do too. Like, I want her to get the justice that she deserves. Sounds like Gregory watched the Candace Star channel. I need to go watch it. I've heard a lot of good things about Candace Star, so I'm gonna have to end up watching all of her stuff. In my honest opinion, this is my opinion. Calling me justice. Yeah, Billy. I mean, and everyone's opinions are welcome here. And she does need justice, Emerald Queen. Hold on, y'all. Police watchdog called Everybody Counts about these poor missing kids and the people near Tahoe. You know, Billy, someone in here the other night was asking if there was any more missing people from around that area. And they were wanting to look into it. Everybody counts. We'll write that down though. Okay. Ow. There's so many, too many to count. That is sad though. And the casino mob and organized crimes too. Wow. Yeah, I mean they already have a fentanyl problem up there. Um, yeah, Brown Bear, I wrote it down because if I don't write it down, I'll end up forgetting about it. So I wrote it down. I'm gonna try to watch it too whenever I get a chance. And who wrote that? Billy, is that documentary? Is that like on Netflix or what's it on? Let's see. Oh, yes, I did it with my heart. The human trafficking shit. You see, it really does. ALS. It's on YouTube. Okay. Let me write that down so I know where to find it at. The week Kylie went missing, somebody went missing, and nobody noticed. Focus was on Kylie. Yeah, I mean, that's. Jalissa went missing. It's crazy. I have the strange feeling that Jagger will have problems with young ladies, not saying killing anybody, but the man did not accept a no for an answer. Yeah, Lisa. He, I don't know. I think he needs help. And I don't mean that like in a mean way. Like I think he needs help. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Like I said, I got to get up early in the morning. Uh, I've got to get up at like 7 o'clock. So thank you everyone for coming and hanging out with us. Was a petition in local high school about a boy that was not arrested. Yeah, Billy, that was what was that boy's name? They just gave me his name earlier. Oh shit! What did I write it down? Cody Milne, I believe is his name. Farewell. Let's see. Well, thanks for the stream and chat. Thank you, Jeremiah, for coming and hanging out with us. Yeah, Cody Milne. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna get off here for tonight. Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us. Thanks to all the new subscribers, all the new people that come and chat with us. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon for me. Well, it's 11:45 here, Scott, at night. I literally got to get up early in the morning. Thank you so much. Appreciate your help. You're welcome, Billy. And Billy, thanks for coming in and hanging out with us, and I hope you come back again. Gigi, you have a good night too, honey. So, NJ, you have a good night. So, I love you all. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Thanks to all the new subs, everybody new in chat. I love you all. And keep White Widow Baby and her family in your prayers. I'm not going to put her business out there, but if y'all can just keep them in your prayers. You're welcome, Crime Crazy. And I'm going to send you that picture in a few minutes too, Crime Crazy. All right. Well, y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow night.